All right, what's up guys? It's Goober Studes here. It is winter time in Florida. Now I'm about to show you my budget first prototype Mark 1 of the Datacenter on wheels. This is a Ford F350 Bewlance. Okay, little Bewlance. And I'm going to show you this little budget build that I made with almost close to no money, because I think that there's a lot of people that want to do this, whether it's camper vans or conversions, or what I'm doing is like a little mobile data center. I don't think many people want to do that, but the internet is full of, very luxury looking van builds, and it can sometimes feel overwhelming, or like, oh, I need to be like this, and these comfortable van builds are so expensive, and then the other budget ones are just too lousy. And I guess the point of this video is to make you realize that to each his own. Your van build is what you, based on your requirements, and you really shouldn't be looking at other videos on what kind of van you're supposed to make, whereas you're supposed to just look for things that are related to what you want to make and just use those as just idea generation. And the end of the day is going to be completely bespoke to you. So you're going to see things in here that do not exist in luxury van builds, and you're also going to see stuff in here that luxury van builds have that this doesn't have. So I built most of this for under $3,000. I think $2,500 I've spent on getting this livable. So I got this truck, so it's about $20,000. I didn't pay up front. I paid a down payment, and I'm basically paying installments on it. So I didn't even need to fork $20K to pay for this. It's 2009. It is it's got, the only reason I bought it is because the mileage was so low. Otherwise I wouldn't really want to spend $20,000 on a camper, but the mileage was so low that I was like, yeah, I can keep this for the next 10 years and the engine will be solid. It's a diesel engine. It's got 25,000 miles. It's probably going to last 400 or something if I take care of it. So anyways, I probably paid a down payment of $2,000. So for $2,000 to get it in my possession, and then I upgraded with another $2,500 to make it livable. So I'm going to show you the entire supply right now. We're going to head into the back. Again, this is a budget Mark 1 build. Here we go. So as you can see here, it is very raggedy and makeshift, but it works. Okay, we got this bed frame. Let me just zoom out. Okay, there's actually a lot more space here than the camera shows, but this bed frame was actually free, that my friend made for me. You should have seen what I was sleeping on before. If there's a picture, I'll pop it up. I was resting the bed on a bunch of cardboard boxes. Okay, so he couldn't stand it anymore, and he built me this makeshift bed. You can see it's just made out of repurposed furniture, a lot of blocks, but it works. Okay, it's stable, it keeps my bed flat, and the ambulance came with everything else. Ambulance came with all the lights, all the this furniture, the cabinets. See that blue stuff? So all I had to do really was get a bed in and put that little table. So I have an office and I got sleeping quarters. Okay, so down here, this is where I make little coffee stuff. I don't really cook in the truck right now. It's not ready. I'm gonna add that later. Here I got a little cupboard for all the dry goods and some more storage over there. We got the solar panel. These are foldable solar panels that I put on the roof, and this was part of the $2,500 budget. I think this was like $800, 400 watts. It's pretty good. And then, wardrobes came in ready. The cabinets were ready, and I just filled it with my clothes. It was, like I said, ready to live in. We got all these little hooks that already existed, and I kind of just finding all these neat ways to like repurpose stuff. Like that fan clip is on this railing. Everything's sturdy, everything's strong. I use this, again, this came with the truck, and then I added a little hook so I can put my whiteboard, my little bag over there. And yeah, so you got more storage down here, got more storage under that chair, and I'm going to show you that section. First, I got these magnetic curtains. They're not really curtains, but they're shade blockers, so that I can black out my truck at night to get better sleep. And we got this vented thing for airflow, so I got that all around for privacy, for better sleep. And this chair too. So now this is the fun part. So this is a mosquito net thing that's also magnetic. Everything is makeshift. So here's where all the magic happens. All right, so this is a used table I got on Amazon for like $30. It's foldable as well, and it's unfoldable. Now it is a little cramped, but like I said, this is Mark 1, and everything is temporary until we get the funds and the strategy of what to build for the final version, because now we're just trying to see how I use the space and what are my main priorities to get maximum convenience. So the first one was sleep. I needed comfortable sleep. If you're on the road and you're not sleeping properly, your energy goes low, it's hard to enjoy, you get frustrated, you can't focus, you get brain fog, it's terrible. So sleep was with the curtains and a comfortable bed. So the bed takes up too much space and I only sleep on it. So later in the future, I'm going to have to find a way to make it retractable, get more living room space. And then the office space. So I kept the original ambulance thing, and it became a nice little side table. So when I'm sitting down here and working, you know, it's pretty cool. It's like you can see the views. You got the snacks, the books, the printer over here. And you got all these cool buttons and knobs. These actually control all that stuff. So this is a functional circuit. Everything else doesn't really work. This works. You can plug stuff in here when the engine is on, but I'm not even using this power supply. A power supply is actually in here, which I'll show you in a minute. And then the coolest part, yeah, this is one of the stuff I found on someone's video, which I never thought of. I have this space that it's a cupboard that's accessible from the outside and the inside, and it kind of closes like this. So it blocks air. I thought of putting trash in here, but then I realized I just turned it into a laundry basket. So it's dark, but there's a laundry basket in there. So I just open this door, throw my dirty clothes, close it. I don't smell anything. It's perfect. Again, more storage. This doesn't connect to the front, unfortunately, but this is what we got at the moment. There's more storage, more storage. These are all cabinets that open and stuff. AC unit. And then this is what I'm really hyped up about. So this is how I power my computer. This is how I power the internet. This is how I do everything. So we don't have internet yet, but I have a hotspot, and I use, you know, wherever I go, the Wi-Fi in those places. We're getting Starlink soon, but again, Mark 1. Anyways, this was part of the 2500 build. It is, actually, let me just unlock this. So let me just show you first. It is an EcoFlow generator. Okay, that's solar powered. You can also power it from the grid. You can just charge it anywhere in your house and whatever. So boom. Okay, you got this. You can see your wattage, you can see your batteries. Look, your computer only uses that much. Okay, this has 3,600 watts, so it's a lot of watts, and this powers everything. So this here is my power supply, and it charges with the solar panels. So I put up the solar panels, I keep this baby topped up. If I don't, it'll last like 3 days on a short term, sometimes 4 days. And with the top up solar every day, if it's a sunny day like today, yeah, I can make it last a whole week approximately. And that is part of the stuff you're not going to see in other builds, is that I designed this entirely. All the money, that 2500, went into that generator and the solar, and I prioritized that over the bed. I had that before, while I was still sleeping in cardboard beds, because I'm trying to make this into a work machine. Okay, like I'm trying to make this into a data center, and I got it to run my basic needs, whether from stuff like computers, video games, I'm programming this thing, like I'm coding AI as all that, and it's working. And I even ran some open source models on this. So I downloaded AI into the truck, into the system, the build, and it was using the same amount of power as I would playing video games, but my computer is not powerful enough to run the AI in a way that's applicable to real life situations. But it worked. It ran. I was like, okay, this is a good prototype, proof of concept. What I would really need is a better computer, first and foremost, and a little more solar. Then I can truly run that thing efficiently. But the same way as if I try and play video games on this, I will run out of battery in like a day and a half, like 24, maybe 36 hours. If I run an AI with a better computer, it'll be about the same as running the video game 24/7. But for my use case, I won't be needing to run an AI model 24/7. And if I was, it would mean that I'm making money, because to spend that much power and not get anything back doesn't make sense. So if I am running something 24/7, it means I'm making money, which means I can buy more solar, more compute, and then have it run 24/7 without any issues. But that being said, you can get the power, you can get the solar, and if you already have a good computer, you're pretty much able to run local AI you're a data center, and you can run your own AI off of your power. And if you set up a system that people can rent from you, you're pretty much a data center, and you offset computation constriction from the grid, and you contribute to more available AI for everybody else in a way that's sustainable and free and open source, which means nobody owns it. It's anyone can use it, and it's not controlled by any one entity. So this is the Mark 1 of the data center on wheels. That's pretty much it. It's a simple build. I'm gonna be upgrading this soon in the coming months. We're gonna start with the Starlink. We are gonna install a portable fridge, which we already have, but haven't even put it in yet. And we're gonna put more solar, and then I'm gonna show you how much solar and a new battery. So we're gonna double everything. Everything's gonna double. And then, and only then, will we actually start building furniture, like real furniture, to make this thing cozy. Because right now it is a pure man cave, ape man thing, but it works, man. I sleep well, I work well, and it's in the kind of winter in Florida, so the weather is perfect, is what it means. And yeah, so you can 100% get by with doing less. You'll never need as much power as I do, unless you're doing some heavy duty, the most things regular folks might use is just video games, probably. And the reason I say that is video games are one of the most highest energy usage for a computer. It's more than video editing. It's more than, programming doesn't use anything almost. It's really anything GPU related is what's going to use the most of your solar and your batteries. Which it seems that the models and video games use about the same GPU processing anyway. So if you can run high stack video games, you can run AI models. Okay. So and like I said, no one's gonna play video games for 36 hours straight. Maybe you would, but if that's the case, you'd still have a day and a half. And if you have double the solar, then yeah. So again, I'm kind of ranting here. This is just like the power hungry force. You can get by with less. And the beauty of I think the main thing I forgot to tell you guys is this required zero setup, right? Everything I did was plug and play. I didn't need to drill holes. I didn't need to buy an inverter and a solar, charge controller. I didn't have to do any of that. I just bought the generator, which was also the battery. So that generator has the batteries. It has the AC plugs, as in it converts from DC power to AC power, which is what you plug appliances to. And it plugs directly to the solar, and it has the solar controllers and everything in it. So it can take pure solar energy convert it into the batteries, and allow you to use it for regular applications from just one unit. So you don't need that fragmented unit, which I can see the benefits of having that, because you can kind of control the layout and it's more modular. This one is kind of bulky and stagnant, but you don't need to deal with all those nuts and bolts and drills, and like it's even cheaper in some ways. This way is even cheaper, and for me it's just like, yeah, just plug and play. Like, I don't need all that stuff, unless there's some software thing in this that the Chinese are spying on me. Then sure, I'll convert to regular batteries and conversion setups. But if you're new to the process and you don't know and you're overwhelmed by builds, just get that. Just get a plug and play, get the solar. You just literally connect it like how you'd connect a coffee maker, and you're done. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Hope this opened your eyes and gave you a little bit of more ideas of how accessible these things are, and keep you updated with prototype Mark II soon. Peace.